People, they say better late than never. Remember RFK on Mother's Day?
I saw these pictures over the weekend of HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on a Mother's Day hike with the family. And he was taking a dip with his grandchildren in Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C. Now, I used to live right near that park, and when I saw this, my first thought was, oh, that's amazing. They finally cleaned up Rock Creek. Because I remember walking through that area, park on hot days, and wishing I could dip into the water, but it was notoriously polluted and unsafe with high levels of E. coli. In fact, raw sewage spills directly into the creek. Alas, they have not cleaned up the water in Rock Creek Park. It is still so contaminated the government bans swimming in the creek, as it has since 1971. Combined sewage overflow, never words you want to see, that's what's on the sign. But this country's top health official doesn't appear to really believe that germs make you sick, so he took his grandkids swimming in that stuff.
You guys familiar with that song? What's it all about, Alfie? Yeah, I think that's kind of fitting. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am friend Chad Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is May 17th of 2025, 11:51 in the p.m. Yes, it's late at night. And I had this thought before I went to bed. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to go back a week. Mother's Day weekend. RFK. He's out at the creek, enjoying a Mother's Day adventure with the grandkids. I'm like, Pearson, what could that be? What's it all about, Alfie? Then it hit me. Well, all this talk about planes and crashes and the guy who met with Trump and J.D. Vance about a month ago and said, hey, you got big shores. I'm like, Pearson, could this really be symbolic about water? And then when I saw JFK Submerged, that really got me. When he submerged himself and had that picture. Then I saw his granddaughter, she's got the purple or the lilac and the Tiffany blue. I'm like, that's Phoenician. But I digress. It's being submerged. And then it hit me. I'm like, Pearson, there was a Kennedy crash back in the day, an airplane crash. And you should check that out in terms of the dates. Get that dog pound sniffing going on. It ain't too late. Dog pound is still up. Anything for a milk bone, right? Let me get in right quick. Anything for a milk bone. Wow. Here he is. He's up with me. And here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. I want to pick your brain. Whenever you see this video, please comment. It helps the algorithm, but this is a Christmas theme, so to speak, in saying, do you see what I see? A star, star. Well, let's get it on, Marvin Gaye time. Now, since it was Mother's Day weekend, my mind went to Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, the wife of the late JFK. Her birthday is July 28th of 1929. Well, I took July 28th, 2025, the anniversary of her birthday, and subtracted it from the day that RFK went swimming with the grandkids. The difference is 78 days. Now we're talking. Trump is 78 years old, people. Is that coincidence? Okay, now what about this? Mary Ann Trump, born May 10th. Why would that be important? because RFK went swimming on May 11th, Mother's Day. And that's Trump's mom. Close enough? Okay. Now, watch this broadcast, this newscast. They start off talking about that creek. But are you looking at the foreground? What do those look like? Images of an X, doesn't it? I'm sure that's what it looked like to me. X means you're going to be taken out. So we got the images of X in the background, allegedly. And we also have RFK submerged. And we're going to get into the plane crash by John Kennedy. See if we can put it all together. Okay, let's go on the voyage. Check it out.
Dumbarton Oaks Park is serene, a great place to relax for some and exercise for others.
I like to walk my dog here, and I like the environment here, but I never would go into the Rock Creek to swim.
That's because it's been illegal since 1971.
The reason it's illegal is because of the E. coli issues from their combined sewer systems, and that's why they banned swimming in the D.C. area.
But on Sunday, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. posted these photos of he and his grandchildren in Rock Creek. One shows his granddaughter splashing water at him, and another with RFK Jr. fully underwater.
His own risk, and it is illegal, so it's insane that he's doing this.
While swimming or wading in D.C. waterways is still illegal, there are people keeping track of the water quality. You can visit this app called Swim Guide, updated weekly by the Potomac Riverkeeper Network.
Just wish the secretary had gone to that app and found out that.
Now this spokesperson here, notice he's got like the sun god there. Just making a note. It looks like the sun god, right? But listen to what the reporter is saying here. Potomac. Listen.
DC waterways is still illegal. There are people keeping track of the water quality. You can visit this app called Swim Guide, updated weekly by the Potomac Riverkeeper Network.
Just wish this.
Potomac River Network. Well, people, hold on to your hat. RFK swims in Washington Creek that flows with sewage and bacteria. This is what they want you to think about, right? That he's the health secretary and all that good stuff, and he would go and swim in a place like that? Nah, that doesn't make sense, right? Well, let's read. Rock Creek, which flows through much of northwest Washington, is used to drain excess sewage and storm water during rainfall. The creek has widespread fecal contamination and high levels of bacteria, including E. coli. And the city has banned swimming in all of its waterways for more than 50 years. There's that 50. Like 50 states in the union. Like I said, they've been talking in code. 50 states. And former President Biden, December 24th, before he left office, made the American eagle our official bird. And that same day, he passed 50 laws. A lot of 50s going on. I believe the 50 represents states. But yeah, let's get into this thing, because I have something to show you guys. Now, plane goes into Potomac River. Remember January 29th of this year? A Black Hawk helicopter hit a American Airlines Eagle, right? Watch.
We are just getting in from EarthCam here. And I do want to warn you, yeah, you can see the moment of impact down there toward the bottom right-hand side of your screen. That's another plane taking off at the time. But when the camera zooms back out, you're going to see that explosion in just a moment. There it is, right there. So again, and you can see just how the plane went down, the helicopter went down. Again, we're hearing 60 people were on board this flight trying to land at Reagan National at the time when it was with the helicopter.
And this was over the Potomac River. And the newscaster was just talking about the Potomac River. What a coincidence. And again, we just got to keep thinking about the picture of RFK being submerged, just like the helicopter and all those passengers that were lost over Washington, D.C., who were also in the plane. Do you kind of get a feel of what I'm saying here? Okay, well, I'm going to build up here. Well, look at this. January 29th, 2025 is when that helicopter hit that plane over the Potomac River. 5/11/2025 is when Mother's Day, when RFK went swimming with his grandkids. The difference is 3 months and 12 days ago. Didn't Trump win by 312 votes Electoral College when he beat Kamala Harris? Is that coincidence? And how about this? JFK Jr. died July 16, 1999, when the plane he was piloting crashed into the Atlantic Ocean off Marshall's Vineyard, Massachusetts. His wife, Carolyn Bessette, and his sister, Lauren Bessette, were also on board and died in the crash. The bodies of all three were recovered from the wreckage, July 21st, 1999. Here he is. Here's the wreckage. Here's his wife. You guys remember the story, right? So, check this out. We're talking again, the date of July 16th. Take July 16, 2026, the anniversary, subtract it from the day that RFK was submerged, swimming in the creek, right? The difference is 61 weeks and 4 days apart. What is 614? 614. June 14th. Who was born June 14th? Donald Trump. Are you catching what I'm saying? Allegedly. Okay. RFK's birthday, January 17th. Take January 17th, subtract it from Donald Trump's next birthday, 6/14. The difference is 4 weeks and 4 months. Who's the 44th president? Barack Obama. JFK Jr., the one who died, right? 11/25/1960. Take 11/25/2025, birthday versus the day that his uncle, right? That would make him his uncle, I guess. 5/11/2025, he was swimming in the creek with his kids. That's also 6 months and 14 days away. In other words, JFK's birthday and RFK birthday was that January 17th. And let's get it, Pearson. Well, Junior's birthday and the event is 6/14. It's crazy. Junior's birthday, 11/25, versus the day that his uncle went swimming. The difference is Trump's birthday. These are mathematical probabilities. That's just bizarre, right? Then check this out. 11/25 is Junior's birthday, who died in a plane crash, versus 1/17, RFK Jr., 1/17. when you take both their birthdays, the difference is 312 again, and Trump won by 312 votes. Then last but not least, 11/25, that's Junior's birthday, who died in a plane crash, anniversary. Subtracted from Trump's next birthday, 6/14/2025. The difference is 164. The 164th day of the year is June 14th, and that's Trump's birthday. As you can see, people, the numbers in relation to Trump keep coming up. So in my mind, Potomac River, testing from the creek in relation to the Potomac River, JFK or RFK being submerged. It looks like, and it makes me think about Donald J. Trump. I think that there is a message here, allegedly. It's late, but like I said, better late than never. Many times the power is they create stories to tell another story because something's coming. And I have been forthright with you guys. I've probably done over 50 videos showing over the last few years that they're gonna unalive Trump. The way it's going to be either a Julius Caesar type moment, or it's going to be a JFK Jr. over the seas water moment. I'm Friendship Pearson. Don't stress out about it. It's going to be a fake situation. It's going to be a dummy Trump. They just want you to lose your mind so they can move forward into the golden age. He's not going to be there. He's going to be somewhere playing golf, probably in Saudi Arabia. Allegedly. It's all game, people. Psychologically, it went through us in social chaos for a while, long, hot summer. There's no telling when they're going to pull this thing off. I'll put in the description the video about the Phoenicians. You saw his granddaughter with both a lilac and a blue on. Those are the power colors of the group that used to run the world back in the day. So when you see those colors, when you saw his granddaughter in those colors, the blue and the lilac, that's Phoenician, people. That's power colors. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you can help the channel, I appreciate it. My name is Friendship Pearson. My videos do not go to the broad spectrum of things. Hopefully, if I get to about 50,000 views, it can. Please support the work. It's one of the most original channels on YouTube. I want to do videos until the Lord comes. That's the goal. I want people to come to know Jesus as their personal Savior. He's coming soon. He's coming again. You can help the channel. Click on my portrait. Click on it right there. Then click on more. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. You can also send a love offering through I have a P.O. box. Thank you. You guys have a beautiful evening. Thank you again.